You know, one of the things that I can remember that personally hooked me on bass fishing was topwater blow-ups. You know, big giant bass blowing up on topwater. A topwater bait is fantastic for catching big ones to get your heart going, but also it's a really good tournament bait. And with Evergreen International, I want to share with you guys the big three. You know, in my opinion, these are the three baits that are a must-have. I want to walk through them here, but for starters, we're going to have the ones bug, the OB popper. You know, this is a little popper. We're going to have the Justine here. This is a walking bait that is silent. And also we're going to have the shower blows. All three deserve a spot in your tackle box. Let's talk about them here. Starting with the shower blows. Okay, so we got a variety of sizes. We just released the 7.7 all the way up to the 150. What this is a bait, very heavy bait. You can cast a long ways. You see the cup on the mouth here. So what this is going to do, this is going to be a bait that throws a lot of water. It's very loud. It's going to draw fish up on windy days like it is today from a long distance away. So this is also a bait, when you walk this, it's going to have real hard side to side walking action that's going to, again, throw a lot of water and draw those fish. And with the sizes, the 7.7, the 105, the 125, and the 150, there's a lot of options here, a lot of really good colors. This is ready to go right out of the package to catch some big bass. Also the Justine here. So, you know, this is a sleeper bait for me. This is the bait that I've been throwing for a long time. You know, going back to Lake Champlain back in 2012, I remember coming up here catching some big ones on this. I know this bait, I believe, was pretty new for Evergreen at the time, but this is a bait that's going to be a lot more smooth, more silent, more subtle. And again, there's not going to be a rattle in here. So like the shower blows, it's going to throw a ton of water. This is going to be a lot quieter. And so on those calmer days, those fish really don't want something super loud. They're going to come up and eat this. What is very important on this, we're going to have two sizes. This is the 115, the bigger one, but the three treble hooks here. So a lot of baits this size only have two. And even on the smaller bait, we're going to have three as well. So that's very important. But again, this is going to be a walk the dog type bait, just very silent. It's going to be key when the conditions call for this. And again, this is a must have, you know, for me. A lot of big fish have been caught on this. And last but not least, of the big three, the ones bug here, the OB, the popper. You know, for one, you're going to look at this bait. Talk about beautiful attention to detail. You know, this is a baby bass color. Evergreen matched it up with the feathered treble hook back here. Just fantastic. And you know, all the hardware that comes on this as well. You know, again, out of the package, you're going to throw this thing. What is cool about the ones bug here, guys, casts really well. It's a smaller popper that casts really well. Not only can you pop this bait and it's going to spit and have a really cool sound, but also if you throw it by a tree and say you pop it a couple times and then you want to give the rod tip short little twitches, this thing's going to walk the dog in one spot really well, which in my opinion is a must to have in a popper. You want to be able to chug this bait, pop this bait, and walk this bait. So, you know, again, all three of these baits, they deserve a spot in your tackle box. Make sure you guys check out the big three from Evergreen International.